Hey, Leanne. Hey, Carmel. Video is going to take the mainstream down and try to correct that. So bear with me just a second. All right. Maybe that'll catch up in a second. It's become quite the chore to feed these guys because of this one, who looks really choppy right this second, but it'll catch up in a second, I hope. Oh, I hate you, Spectrum. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, half my time spent feeding is trying to keep this guy out of everybody else's food. Hey, Connie. We're lagging it up today. Tell you what, I stand by just a second. Exiting. And now he's trying to get in to Stella's, I think. You ready to come out, Stella? Gosh, why is it so laggy? I hate it. It's painful. Well, that's good. There's some consolation. But this is ridiculous. Good push notification. You guys sit tight. All right, that's my last ditch effort. Seems to be a little better now. For how long, I don't know. Hey. Easy, Zelda. Hey, Zelda. But yeah, as I was saying, it's so hard to feed these guys because Hank is a really slow eater, and these two swallow their food whole, and then they want to jump into his food as soon as they get done. So it's a bit of a chore to keep them out of it. And Wilson just does not give up. Zelda will try a couple of times and then she'll go about her business, but Wilson just over and over and over, I have to kind of shove him away. But Hank doesn't eat the wet food, or it doesn't eat it as much. So I give him mostly dry food in the afternoons and at night, evening, whatever you want to call it. And it takes him a little longer to eat. Wilson, I don't think Stella needs help in the litter box. Sometimes I wonder if just the amount of wireless signals around is part of our problem running wirelessly. I don't know if you can see that. Look at all the wireless networks that are in range of the computer. Your tongue's sticking out there. Well, it was. Hey, Lynette. What? Why are you staring at me? Well, we had a bit of a cold snap here, but it was nothing like what you probably got, Leanne. Cold enough for frost, but definitely not super, super cold. Cold enough for me, though. What's the matter, Stella? Wilson. That is no good. We're supposed to have our, or potentially supposed to have our first bout of severe weather Sunday night into Monday, I think. Zelda. But that comes with the seasons, I guess. But I won't complain because it's 10 minutes to 6 or 10 minutes to 7 and still daylight out. What are you guys doing? Come here. We have. Not one really, really close to where we live now, but when we lived in an apartment about 10 years ago, I guess exactly 10 years ago, in February, one hit our apartment complex. we heeded the warnings as it approached where our apartment was, and yeah, no fatalities. I think there were a few people hurt in the town, but not in our apartment complex. But we kind of tracked it before it got to us, and we got out of the apartments and went to my parents' house. Hanky. Stella, where did... Oh, there you are. Are you playing fetch? Well, you brought it back over here. Why didn't you go get it again? Go get it.
Where is it? You're in.
Well, unfortunately, March has not been able to figure out what season it wants to be here yet. We've had warm days and we've had cold days. Now it's warming up and it's supposed to rain all weekend. And I think we just had the 25th anniversary of the blizzard that hit here March of '93. Hey, Aurora. You're not going to participate in Zelda? So afraid that thing is going to come crashing down when she does that.
Nothing like I can get to it most of the time. It's a whole lot better than the other one.
Well, the other one's doing good right now, knock on wood.
Yeah, I don't think the suction cup one is falling at all.
Mm-mm. Not to my knowledge. Yeah, I think we've finally got this one figured out. Of course, part of the figuring out was not having 12-pound Lionel on it all the time. But I'd rather put it up every day and still have Lionel around, if you ask me. Yeah, they know when it's time to eat. We feed the others here first, and they hear all the commotion, so they get a heads up every day. I texted him yesterday, and said he was doing good. He was very well adjusted and has made himself at home. I told him to send me some pictures if he got a chance. We haven't done a close-up at the office in a couple of weeks, but Clara has
Hey, don't pull Wilson.
Clara has been getting in my lap more and more every day, but we got to I have to learn to talk. We have to trim her claws because when she gets in my lap, she tends to want to squirm around a little bit. Not because she's trying to jump down, she just moves around because I'm not paying enough attention to her. She feels like if she moves around, she'll get more attention, and due to how sharp her claws are, she's not wrong.
Where'd he go? What? Wilson. Hey, guy.
Clara looks like she's eating a football.
Keep saying that.
She's shaped like a football except for her head. Says, no, I don't want it that close to me.
He was behind you. Now he's beside you.
What are you doing back here? Avoiding the commotion. I was showing them, do you see all these, how many wireless networks are in range of this thing now? That's crazy.
Looks like a bunch of them, different people's spectrum.
Yeah. It's just insane how many of them there are. There used to be like 5 that I could ever see on my computer.
Maybe this has it stronger.
And somebody's is unsecured right there. It's not smart.
So that's for guests.
Yeah, but it's unsecured. Anybody can get on it.
I know. Looks like they've got 2. They've got one that's like not password protected for to get on.
Lynette says hello.
Hey, Lynette. Sorry, I have
Fern says hello.
Hi, Fern. Sorry, I have a speech impediment today. I got my braces off, and now I have a retainer, and it makes me have a lisp.
She got her braces off. And Connie says hello.
Hey, Connie.
No more braces.
Yeah, 2 months of full-time retainer lisp,
You'll learn to talk in it.
and then after that, I think they say as long as it goes as expected, I can switch to wearing it at night only.
For how long? Ever?
Probably. I'd rather wear it forever than have to go get braces again.
She said she had a good birthday.
Well,
Aaron says he hoped you had a
why
good
are you
birthday.
answering for me?
Is what you said on Facebook today.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday was her birthday.
Thanks, Leanne.
Alright, where did they go? Oh, Hank's over here. You snuck up on me, Hank. I didn't see you come over here.
We got some flowers from the grocery store instead of letting him buy an expensive bouquet like he normally does, because all it does is sit on my desk and die. We got some flowers at the grocery instead, and then we got sushi. My first time having sushi since I stopped eating meat, so it was vegetarian rolls and seaweed salad, and it was delicious. And he watched Thor Ragnarok with me.
So if you didn't hear that, she's not talking very loud. They said
I'm right by. Are you blocking the mic? I'm right
no,
by the.
they said they could barely
thing.
hear you before.
I'm like 8 inches away from the thing.
Well, she had vegetarian sushi. I had volcano roll and shaggy dog, I think it was called, which was very hot.
I think the shaggy dog was not the hot one. I think the volcano roll was the hot one.
Maybe so. Maybe I got them backwards.
Was it shaggy? Was one of them like more long ways with like the crumbly in the middle on top of it?
And had shrimp in it.
I think that's the shaggy dog. And volcano roll.
Well, I had volcano roll from there before, and I don't remember it being that spicy, but that's what burned me up. I didn't even put wasabi on it.
I had avocado roll and cucumber roll.
Oh, it was good, but my head was sweating and my mouth was on fire. I like spicy. Yeah, I think shaggy dog was shrimp and crab.
So I got that sauce on top and then crumbly fried stuff on top of that to make it look shaggy. But I don't know which one was spicy. I still do miss the fish sushi because I like it. We'll see if I go pescatarian someday, but right now I'm just vegetarian.
And I had miso soup as well,
I had the house ginger salad.
and seaweed salad.
Yeah. Which the ginger salad might have fish sauce in it. I don't know. Or oyster sauce or something. I think miso soup normally has a little bit of something fish based in it, but if the salad did, then I'll forgive myself because that dressing is really good.
Well, it was a step up from the sushi I usually get.
Publix. It's good sushi.
Yeah,
at
it's
grocery
a
store
local
sushi,
sushi restaurant here. We normally just get the Publix brand sushi in little packages. But she wanted vegetarian sushi, and I think you have to call ahead to get them to specially make certain types at Publix, so I just went to the restaurant and got it. Sushi is not cheap. It is good, but I couldn't afford to eat it every day. You get a little wobbly there, Hank. I shouldn't do that to you so soon after you ate. I'm gonna be cleaning up cat puke if I do that too much, huh? I wish we had an all-you-could-eat Japanese place here. We have a couple of Chinese buffets. No Japanese, though. I think there's an Indian buffet close to the office. And we went to an Indian buffet in Birmingham not too terribly long ago. It was pretty good. Indian food's okay, but not my favorite. Love Thai food. Well, I love pad Thai, put it that way. I've had a couple of other things. I've had Thai spaghetti, and that was pretty good, but pad Thai is probably top of the list for me. You want more?
Are you ready to go in and make friends?
Hello, Salem. Are you going to be nice? No.
Hey.
Guess the answer is no.
Says, okay, bye.
Had enough of that really quick.
Abby's in the bedroom, that's why there's no freak out at the door. Put Louie in there too, so Salem wouldn't interrupt. Look at them copycats.
Yeah, he changed his mind as soon as he set foot in here.
I don't know what he thinks is going to be different.
So I guess he was expecting them to be somewhere else where he could explore the room and not be right next to him. And we've got Tabby in the bedroom, so Russell can be free. Russell's had to stay in the bedroom with Mabel for the past couple weeks at least.
If he's not already under attack. So I'm not sure how he fits under there. I thought only the little cats could fit under there, but apparently they all can. What else?
I'm not even sure what a prawn is.
Shrimp.
Shrimp? Oh, I like shrimp.
It's like a big shrimp or a different name for shrimp that people from other countries use more than we do.
And we love Chinese food. I hate water chestnuts, though, and most of the dishes that I like at the Chinese restaurant have water chestnuts in them.
Well, I eat those even if they're
Blech.
slightly contaminated with
So
meat
gross.
juice.
The texture and the taste are disgusting.
I like them. Oh, why does my knee hurt so bad? I need to do yoga for you again since you said you hurt today. I didn't hear you answered my question whether you did your exercises.
I said not yet.
Not all today?
I was busy all day.
Okay. Pardon you.
Well, I like tilapia and I like catfish.
I like salmon.
Salmon's good. Tuna's good. But I don't really branch out beyond that too much.
You've had cod at like
And whatever the Captain D's fish is, whitefish or...
cod or whitefish. I feel like that's about all the main fishes. You've had red snapper probably.
Yeah, no raw oysters or clams for me. Fried oysters, they're not my favorite, but they're okay. But yeah, raw oysters are disgusting.
I've had those. I thought they were pretty good.
It's like a
This was
giant
long time ago.
booger.
Well, I don't know why you like them fried then, because they're still like squishy inside there. I prefer them raw versus fried when I would eat them. It's like the contrast of crunchy and squishy is gross to me. What are you doing, Bubby?
If I had to pick my favorite fish, it would probably be catfish. As dirty and gross as they are, the bottom feeders eat anything.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite too. Unless we're talking about sushi, in which case I like tuna and salmon. Catfish is like sweet and not super fishy.
Well, it depends on the size of the fish. I've had some a catfish, like a big catfish that we caught. It's very fishy.
I think it's like anything. The bigger and older it gets, the less tasty it's gonna be.
I guess so. Is it cocktail sauce that people put on oysters, or is it something different? Yeah, I guess that's why people put the cocktail sauce on it and eat it on top of a cracker. Maybe.
Yeah, you do cocktail sauce, and then you can add a little extra horseradish. You can do lemon.
I don't know. The one I've tried raw oysters once, and I didn't like it. And the one that I tried, it's almost like it had gritty sand in it or something. It was, yeah, not appetizing to me.
I mean, you didn't have it at the beach either, did you?
No.
If you're gonna try raw oysters, you need to have them at the beach so that they're fresher and better.
Well, the seafood restaurant I went to gets a truck from the Gulf every day.
What are you guys doing? Why are you looking at me? Do I sound weird? Yes, I do sound weird.
My mom brought home some souse meat the other day, aka head cheese. I've never had it. I would probably try it, but I don't even know what it is.
It's like ground up innards and stuff.
Yeah. I would taste it, but I don't know. Probably be pretty hard to really enjoy it.
I've never really eaten any sort of innards based dish.
You eating a hot dog.
Braunschweiger. That's not made out of innards.
Lips and buttholes, according to Dan Aykroyd.
That's not what it's made of. It was made out of like that pink slime, basically.
Souse is, Melanie says it's like ground up innards and stuff.
I don't know the exact process of making it, but I'm pretty sure it's like all the different organ meats all ground up and something.
My dad likes it, but you know, my dad grew up in the deep south eating all kind of deep south things. He loves chicken gizzards.
I think my mom's mom would make it, and her dad would eat it, but I think she never ate it because they lived on a dairy farm. They raised other stuff too.
But I'm sure I eat things that other people think are gross, so.
I think Americans eat pretty boring things compared to other people.
Well, I remember when I was younger, sometimes my lunch would get packed for me and there would be a potted meat sandwich in my bag and I would eat that. I don't eat potted meat anymore. I don't eat Vienna sausages anymore, but I've had them.
I like Braunschweiger. It's a liver sausage.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I like it. It's a very strong and distinct flavor, but I'm not eating it anymore, so.
Never had sardines out of the can. I never had a sardine, period, I don't think.
I think I've tried them once.
I've eaten maybe a little piece of an anchovy because I worked at a pizza restaurant.
I think I bought sardines once because I was just curious about them. I think I bought them at like Big Lots or something. And they didn't taste that bad to me. I mean, they tasted pretty similar to like canned salmon.
Yeah,
They're
but
so soft. They're so soft that they just all bits and pieces fall apart. Like, you know how there's bones in canned salmon?
Yeah, but
Did you know that there were bones in canned salmon?
no, I didn't. But,
They're so soft that they just like squish up whenever you're.
but sardines look like live fish.
They do, but they're cooked and they're so soft that it just all falls apart. It's not like a big bone. What are you doing? You making me look at it?
No.
Anyway, it's not like the skin like you have to chew through it or anything. It was just soft like canned salmon or canned tuna. So it wasn't bad, but you don't have to worry about me bringing home sardines.
I distinctly remember it was very rare when people would order sardines on their pizza, or anchovies, I mean, on their pizza. So they weren't like in the prep line. You had to open up a can every time somebody would order them. And I just remember the smell, and ugh, not good.
You probably get over it now that we smell canned cat food and dog food 10 times a day.
I don't know. Canned cat food is not as strong as a can of anchovies to my recollection. All this talk about food has me hungry. I think we're gonna go eat in a minute. I've been eating these low-calorie frozen things for lunch, and
I wondered if you're filling.
they don't hold. Well, I mean, it's filling enough when I first eat it, but it doesn't hold me over until like 9 o'clock or anything like that. Oh, chitlins or chitterlings, if you say it as it's spelled.
Cracklins.
I eat cracklins. I will eat cracklins anytime. Crackling bread. Some good stuff. I do have some backwoods hillbilly in my bloodline, so I gotta like some of that stuff. Yeah, that's what everybody calls them around here. Chitlins.
Is that like stomach? Intestine?
Pig intestine.
What's cracklins?
Skin.
Pork rinds, but not quite.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever smelled them, but I've heard that they smell awful.
Well, you're cooking the poop out of them.
Yeah.
Boiling them so that all the fecal matter or whatever comes out of them.
But yeah, the local grocery store here has pickled pig's feet and pig ears.
Never tried any of that. I don't think I've tried a real good pickled egg either, but I would eat a pickled egg.
I don't want anything pickled
You
in a
don't
jar
like
other
pickles?
than jalapeno or a banana pepper or something like that.
Pepperoni. You like those?
Hmm.
I like pickled everything.
Certain peppers are fine pickled, but any pickled pork product, no. I'm not a pickle person. I like fried pickles and I like dill pickle potato chips, but
I get all the pickles off of all the sandwiches. And tomatoes if you don't feel like the tomatoes.
sounds good to me too, Aurora. I had some banana peppers on my sandwich yesterday, which was very good. Publix sub sandwiches are the way to go if you want a sandwich. Stella, are you ever coming down?
She's taking a nap. She's out in the open, not hiding in her cave. Progress.
Who are we missing? Where's Zelda? There's there.
Walk past me.
Bacon is good too. But I probably shouldn't eat too much of that.
You can eat vegetarian bacon.
No, you're not making me eat vegetarian
You
bacon.
can have turkey bacon. Turkey bacon is a poor substitute for bacon, but I'm sure vegetarian bacon is even worse.
Well,
And
I'm
I'm
sure it
gonna try it
is.
anyway. Vegetarian chicken nuggets I tried are good. I like those. I'm gonna try some of the other stuff. It was what brand was that? Was it Morningstar Farms or
I don't remember.
it was one of the kinds that's in the freezer section in like a green bag. We have a bunch of different kinds at our local stores.
But as the lag sets in and my stomach starts to growl, I think we'll wrap it up. I got a basketball game coming on in about an hour.
I got some boxes to scoop also.
And apparently I have some litter boxes I have to scoop
Yeah,
too.
you have 3 litter boxes to scoop.
Plus
from.
2, plus the 12 cats that I fed, and
Help. And I scoop out other boxes.
15 cats that I've fed. 15 cats, 5 litter boxes.
When do you feed 15 cats?
I feed Lily, Stumpy, and Clara every afternoon.
Well, I fed 8 cats this morning.
Fed 8 cats and 2 dogs yesterday morning. See, this is
It's
our
not a competition.
this is our game.
I scoop all the other boxes, and sometimes I scoop these boxes in here, so it's allowed to scoop them sometimes too. There's only 2 boxes at work.
Thank you, guys.
In the other room.
We appreciate it. We'll stop bickering
How
about
many times
chores.
are you gonna pee?
Yeah,
I
Wilson's
think
on
he's peed 3 times now.
a pee marathon apparently. But we'll plan to do it again tomorrow. So thank you guys, and everybody have a good night. Hope to see you then.